Okay, your child's well-being is of utmost importance. Provide stability through the divorce and post-divorce. While it's good for kids to learn to be flexible and adjusting to many new circumstances, all at once can be very difficult. Help your kids adjust to the change by providing as much stability and structure as possible in their daily lives. Remember that establishing structure and continuity doesn't mean that you need rigid schedules or that mom and dad's routines need to look exactly alike. We'll address that in our co-parenting issue coming up soon. Subscribe in order not to miss it. But creating some regular routines at each household and consistently communicating to your children what to expect will provide your kid with a sense of calm and stability. The comfort of routines. Kids feel safer and more secure when they know what to expect. Knowing that even when they switch homes, dinner time is followed by homework, then a bath, for example, can set a child's mind at ease. Maintaining routine also means continuing to observe rules, rewards, and discipline with your children. Resist the temptation to spoil your kids after a divorce by not enforcing limits or allowing them to break rules. Divorce guilt's a real thing, and I've been 100% guilty of this myself. Finding that balance between love and grace and discipline and justice is a tough one for parents. Now, research teaches us that we can support our children to do well after a separation or divorce. Now, an optimistic versus a catastrophic thinking style can be a determining factor of how a child copes with a divorce. Parents have a great deal of influence in helping children realistically assess the situation and avoid catastrophic thinking patterns that assumes the worst of situations. Children prove to be more resilient and less stressed when there's less conflict between parents and when the divorce removes them from high conflict households. Therefore, it's critical that you shield your child from fighting as much as possible. Children do better if both parents continue to be positively involved in their lives, assuming that both parents are capable and safe caregivers. Not always true. But if a non-resident parent maintains close and a supportive relationship with the child, right, that works. Both parents should continue to listen to the children about their problems, provide emotional support, and help with everyday issues like homework, and maintain rules and expectations for behavior. Children who experience parenting that promotes warmth and boundaries thrive. A stable and consistent approach to parenting during divorce is particularly protective for children. Children do better when their parents collaborate, communicate regularly, and offer consistent rules across homes. In particular, consistent parental discipline has shown to be important because it ensures clear boundaries that don't vary widely between the homes. It's critical that parents support rather than undermine the other parent's authority. During times of change, even turmoil, it's important that children maintain as many routines as possible. Children who are better able to seek out and obtain support from others are better able to adapt to the changes associated with the divorce. Encourage your kids to talk to a trusted friend or an adult about what they're going through. Show them how you reach out to others for support. Demonstrate that you genuinely believe reaching out to others is an act of strength. I have been very open with my kids about therapy. They are encouraged to speak with qualified counselors. Maybe you should consider seeking professional counseling or therapy for yourself or your child and your child if they're struggling to cope with a divorce. A qualified therapist can help them process their feelings and develop coping strategies. Now, let's talk briefly about normalcy and new realities. Divorce often brings many changes. So once again, try to bring stability into your child's life as much as possible. Stick to established routines for meals, bedtimes, and other daily activity. Consistency brings security. Minimize conflict with your ex-spouse, especially in front of your child. Children can be deeply affected by ongoing conflict between parents. Aim to co-parent well and work out any disagreements privately. Encourage relationships Support your child's relationships with their friends and extended family members, yours and your ex's. Maintaining these connections can provide additional sources of support and stability. Okay? This one's so important. Avoid using your child as a messenger. Minimalize communication through your child. Instead, communicate directly with your ex-spouse about important matters concerning your child. Both of you celebrate achievements. Acknowledge and celebrate your child's achievements and milestones. Positive reinforcement can boost their self-esteem during this difficult time. Remember, every child is unique, and the way they respond to divorce may vary. Be attentive to your child's individual needs and provide support accordingly. Your love, understanding, and presence can go a long way to help your child navigate the post-divorce period with resilience and strength.